afternoon, everyone. I'm happy to be here in Sydney. And there are two things that I would like to mention at the outset that most of the Indian events do not start on time, and would like to dispel that today, and we have started on time. Thank you so much, Simon, for that. And big round of applause. And the second one is that one of my friends who is also here in this event today did not get his visa till the last minute, and the last minute was till yesterday. And then suddenly he went to a hospital, he did some blood transfusion. Instead of blood, he did rocket fuel. And he's there now in the second row. Welcome, Ramesh. That's the spirit. So, ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon we celebrate not just success, but resilience, vision, and the collaborative spirit that is actually writ large on success of various industries and individuals alike. In my view, the single biggest factor, the unfailing character of any individual who's a leader is empathy. Everything else will fall in place if empathy is there. So I think a leader would be judged largely by the display of empathy in his or her actions, and other things like vision, other things like strategy, other things like sharpness, efficiency, resilience, so on and so forth. Everything would fall in place, but it begins with empathy, and that's what is the biggest lesson that I have learned in my short life. You agree with me? Yes. Thank you so much. Diversity is a reality. That is something which we need to grapple with both the hands. We need to embrace with both the arms. That's a discussion which is extremely important, not just for businesses which are located in one single country, especially if you are in India. The diversity is much more vibrant. But if you are operating across continents, across countries, that is even more realistic, and therefore we need to handle that as well with the right kind of inputs and the right kind of models that are in place. How do you bring synergy and diversity, forging paths to sustainable global success? In today's interconnected and rapidly evolving world, synergy and diversity is more than just a concept. It's a powerful strategy for achieving sustainable global success. As businesses, institutions, and nations continue to collaborate across borders, embracing diversity in thought, culture, and expertise has become essential to driving innovation, resilience, and growth. We'll explore how leveraging diverse perspectives creates synergies that spark creativity, enhance decision making, and foster inclusive solutions to global challenges. I want to tell a very small story, and now that we started on time, let me take the liberty of one more minute. Simon. This was in 1961 or 62, early 60s, when the handsome president of United States took over as the president. And then at that time, US was engaging in a war with Cuba. Cuba has got several advantages for United States as a nation, and therefore they wanted to rout out Fidel Castro, and therefore the war, and various other engagements of holiday, engagements of sugar, tobacco, so on and so forth, were the ulterior motives, but then that was it. So cut that. President walks into a room, there are 8 generals, and he sits there and hosts the first meeting and says, "Gentlemen, are we ready for the war?" "Mr. President, you are." That's the answer. All of them look alike, all of them are well built, they look alike, very handsome, and all of them think alike. And all of them said, "You are, Mr. President." He went for the war. There are various strategies of intelligence and counterintelligence that failed them. And that's one of the biggest disasters of United States war on any country in its history till now, because there was no diversity in thinking, because there was no other person in the team who could think slightly differently. So therefore, diversity is not just a feel-good factor. Diversity is a business imperative. It's a costly thing not to have diversity. Of course, inclusiveness is what you act on. You bring people together.